You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
First of all, shout out to every single UK Dolphin fan who stayed up to watch that game. As we record, it is 4:19 a.m. in the morning. I know some people have work in a few hours. Fortunately, I don't. Shout out to the German fan that watched in the Dolphins Talk live stream. I was there for a bit, chatting to Josh Katchka from the Same Old Dolphin show. He was like, I think in Germany it's like 20 past 5 now. So not to toot our own horn, to, big ourselves up, but for all the European Dolphins fans who stayed up to watch that game, give yourself a round of applause because it's late, it's tired. At the same time, I was chatting to Josh Katchka, and I was also chatting to Chris Adams from the Finn Tailgate show. They were talking about how staying up for the Raiders game last year and the nerves and like the excitement and not being able to get to sleep. Let's be honest, the Dolphins win 23 against the Saints. You probably could have gone to bed midway through the third quarter. The game was comfortable. There was a brief moment when you thought, are the Dolphins going to throw this away after Tua's interception? But for the most part, I was for Mr. Negative over here. I at no point thought the Dolphins were going to lose that game. It was just a matter of do the simple thing, don't do anything stupid, and we will be fine.
It was 10-3, where I'm like, it would be nice to put these boys away. You know what I'm saying? Can we put them away? So I believe we went into halftime at 10-3 as I turn off my notifications. I know this is bad visual for everybody watching on YouTube. Share, like, and subscribe while y'all are here. We appreciate you. Getting these notifications turned off. But listen, we'll start with the interception, the Tua interception. Miami Dolphins improve to 8-7, 7-game winning streak. First team in NFL history to lose 7 games and win 7 games in the same season, and have now entered the conversation and are in control of their own destiny and sit at the 7th seed of the P word for my co-host so I don't get muted. You know what I'm saying? So we are in the 7th seed of the playoffs as of right now. Excuse me. There's a song by one of my favorite artists. His name is Ty Brazzle. He has a song called 444 plus 333 777. Y'all check that song out. It's pretty dope. One of my favorite songs, one of my favorite artists. Listen, man. We here now. They old news. Let's go. Let's go.
I can't.
Hold on. Let's go. Get the Victory Visor out here, man. Y'all thought the Victory Visor wasn't going to make an appearance? I'm trying to tell you, man. Let's go. Hey, somebody text me as I dropped my laptop almost. Someone text me before the game. He's a 49ers fan. And for those who don't know why we're recording, the game just ended. This is a primetime podcast, primetime episode for a primetime podcast. And I second what my co-host Kadeem Simmons just said. He said, shout out to everybody in the UK and all of Dolphin fans all across the world that had to stay up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, just to watch the Dolphins come home with a W just now. So shout out to y'all, man. We can give you another round of applause. But look, man, it's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. I got Kadeem Simmons with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans, and only fans really stay up till 4:00 in the morning to watch their team win or lose. So, man, look, listen, bro. Someone texted me right before the game. Are you excited? What? Am I excited? Like, bro. And then I sent the text. Am bing. I bing. Excited. Bing. Then I put the strong emoji with the smoke out the nose emoji with the dolphin emoji. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Am I excited? Listen, I'm gonna quote one of y'all favorite Dolphin players. Like I said, one of y'all favorite Dolphin players. I want to play meaningful games. I want to watch meaningful games. You know what I'm saying? So it's meaningful games, man. Look, and you know, Kadeem, we were gonna start with the Tua pick, and we'll get there. But before we get there, I want to say this, man. Dolphins improved to 8-7, 7-game winning streak. We have defeated the New Orleans Saints 20-3. It was harder than what the score reads. It was a tough game at first, and we slowly pull away. I watch the UFC faithfully. I am a faithful MMA, avid MMA fan. And for those who don't know, I'm actually about to start training for MMA. So my hand's going to get right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not training to compete, just training to train. You know what I'm saying? So when you watch UFC fights, for those, and also you guys tune in, and we got a little gambling segment. You know what I'm saying? We say, okay, take the over, take the under, take the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with the spread, all this other good stuff. So I might bet on UFC fights from time to time. And then my friend might be like, hey, who you like in this fight? I'm like, bro, it's a fight, bro. Like, someone got to lose. You know what I'm saying? And you might have a underdog in the fight, but you have a favorite in the fight too. And it's just like the NFL. Like, any given Sunday, you never know what can happen. The Texans just knocked off. Who the Texans just knocked off?
The Chargers.
The Chargers.
Yes, I was honestly just thinking that. Like, I know I don't mean to interrupt, but there's a lot of people that were like, oh, the Dolphins only beat the Saints. All these players missing out. And it's like, this season alone, we've seen a really bad Jags team and a really bad Falcons team beat us. But this Sunday just gone, we've seen a David Mills-led Texans team with no Brandon Cooks put up 41 points against this Chargers team. Like, come on, let's be positive about our team. You can only beat what's put in front of you. And this, like we said on the preview show, this Saints defense just held the Bucs to 9 points. Now, yes, the Bucs lost Leonard Fournette and Godwin and Mike Evans.
Mm-hmm.
But they still won. As in, the Saints still won. They still had Tom Brady back there. I'm sure the narrative of the next few days is going to be, 2 for an interception. They only put up 20 points, blah, blah. It's like, guys, I don't want to hear it, because you can only beat what's put in front of you. It's not the Dolphins' fault that the Saints are on the 4th-string quarterback and have a host of injuries and a host of COVID. What are the Dolphins meant to do? Say, do you know what? We'll play you in 6 months' time when you get everyone healthy again. That's never going to happen.
Hold on, bro. You said it earlier, too. Tua was out for 4 games. Tua was injured. Yo, you play who's in front of you. You don't. It is what it is. It happened to work itself out. Cool. Yeah. Back to my analogy real quick, and everything cool. In the UFC, when 2 people are fighting, it's a fight. You could get clipped, and it's a wrap, whether you're the favorite or not. You know what I'm saying? Amanda Nunes just got knocked off by the underdog. Juliana Pena. I'm talking about him. UFC fan. I almost forgot her name.
I was gonna say, dude, I can't help you in this one. I'm just sit here waiting, twiddling my thumbs.
So listen. So I like to bet a couple times, a little bit, nothing crazy. I used to bet crazy. So if you need help, listen. Y'all boys in kind of deep. I encourage you to get help if you're a gambler that really need it. All jokes aside, because I was there before. You know what I'm saying? So now I just I dabble a little bit. I learned my lesson. So dig. I might bet on a fight, and my friend will be like, hey, man, who you like this fight? Who you like that fight? Who can I put on my ticket? I'm like, bro, listen, I know who I like for the fight, but just know it's a fight, bro. You could get clipped, and it's a wrap. You lose all your cash. You feel me? So we're playing the Saints, And I know Sherrod Steve hit me so many times in my phone earlier this season, like, hey, there's no reason we need to lose this game. We lose this game. There's no way we can lose this game. He didn't say that this time, but I know what he kind of did like earlier during the week. He kind of did earlier in the week. So listen, Sherrod Steve, like, hey, oh, we got to win this game by all costs. No excuses. I don't care who we dress. I don't care who's quarterback. I'm like, all right, bro. All right. I feel you. Listen, any given Sunday, and I'm going to get to my point. That was a tough game early on. You know what I'm saying? It was two teams fighting for a playoff spot. The Saints were actually in the playoffs before this game happened, and you trying to stay there. We're trying to get there. We on a 7-game streak, man. Like, listen, we trying to get to the dance too. Cinderella, you feel me? So it's gonna be tough. It's not always gonna be the 40 points victory that everybody wanted. Just we're just gonna blow this team out. Nah, bro. Sean Payton know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And I am under the impression that Drew Brees is one of the greatest system quarterbacks ever. I think he's a system quarterback. And if everybody remember that year that Sean Payton got suspended, Drew Brees was nullified. Like, he didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know their record. I think they won 5 games that season without Sean Payton at quarterback. So I don't believe in Drew Brees. I don't believe Drew Brees is as good as everybody made him out to be. And I think it was more on Sean Payton. All right. So the fact that Sean Payton was still there, I knew we was going to have our hands full. He know what he's doing. And even Brian Flores praised him the whole week. You know what I'm saying? If you heard the broadcast and every time they mentioned Brian Flores, they mentioned what Brian Flores said about Sean Payton and how much he respects him. So this was not one of those. This was not man, listen, I'm happy we got this W. Although I thought we were going to get it, but I'm just happy we actually got it. It's one thing. Hey, that's why they play the games. So the Tua throwing the pick, and I'm glad we got here, because I know everybody said, "Oh, he's always going to throw a bone-crushing, soul-crushing pick." Listen, I'm gonna give you an example of who I thought Tua was. Not who I thought Tua was, but who I compared him to. And no one's gonna like this, and it's okay. But I compared him to Jay Cutler, because y'all know I like Jay Cutler, right? Mm-hmm. I actually like Jay Cutler. I think he got a bad rap for coming off the couch and then still winning 10 games. Did we win 10 games that year when he came off the couch? Or did we not?
Not sure. I don't think so. I'll double check.
Maybe we didn't. I think we went on a 6-game winning streak with Jay Cutler, but we didn't win 10 games. Something I can't remember. So Jay Cutler came off the couch, got 10 million. And he was kind of he actually was retired. You feel me? So he was at the tail end of his, he was at the end of his career, actually. So he came off the couch, helped us out. And Jay Cutler,
he as a starter went 6-8.
6-8.
He's a starter, yeah.
So that season, all right, hold up. But anyway, hold up. We'll get to that. So Jay Cutler was notorious for balling and then throwing a pick when you didn't need a pick. Like, no, not right now, Jay Cutler, right? So when I came to London, Kadeem, the year I met you, he did it. Yeah. We were driving. It was early. We was in the Saints. Against the Saints. And that was the same year. I'll never forget this. Alvin Kamara showed up that game on us, and I sat him on in fantasy, and I was like, I have a hunch this dude is going to play good today. And no one really knew who Kamara was, and that was his coming out game against the Dolphins. So Jay Cutler gets us down to the pylon, to the inside, like the 10, and he throws a fade, and it gets picked off, and that was the end of the game right there. That was early, too. That was like first, second quarter. And that
It was the first drive.
I'm never
going, like first drive, Dolphins are good. This interception, game over. Oh, okay, cool.
Bro, we never recovered after that pick. So when Tua threw the pick last week against the Jets, somebody, and I might have tipped the name, but somebody hit me and said, "Hey, I'm not comfortable with Tua throwing right now." And I might have hung up on the person. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might have hung up and said, "Get off my phone right now. I don't need that." You know what I'm saying? I don't need that energy. You know what I'm saying? I hung up the phone on the person. And then Tua throws a touchdown. Right after that. Listen, when you're a quarterback in the NFL, it's like being a cornerback in the NFL. And that's why me and Sherrod Steve always say this. What's the most important position on the field? It's quarterback. The second most important position is protecting your quarterback with a left tackle. In our case, it's a right tackle. The third most important position in the NFL is corner, because you got to protect the scoreboard. If you get beat out there, you lighten up the scoreboard. So they tell you growing up in football, you have to have a short memory if you're a DB. All right. And you got to have a short memory. You're going to get beat if you're a DB. You're going to get picked off if you're a quarterback. So you just got to forget it. And what Tua did last week, he forgot it and threw a touchdown, got the bad taste out of his mouth coming into this week. Tua throws an ill-advised pick. Yes, he was under pressure. He had to get the ball. Look, I'm tired of my quarterback having to get the ball out in record-breaking time. One. You know what I'm saying? Both tackles got beat on that play. He had to step up in the pocket. I wish he didn't throw it. And I know on the broadcast, Brian Greasy was like, hey, he had Waddle underneath. Yo, when you're under duress, like, all right, don't throw the ball, but he threw it. Hold on. He threw it, and he threw the pick. That being said, he came back and found my dog, Mac Hollins, the same Mac Hollins that my co-host Kadeem Simmons didn't like a year and a half ago. He found my dog, Mac Hollins, catch a stray. You feel me? He found my dog, Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins is a legit receiver in the league right now. He's not a starter, but he's a legit receiver, and he's dope on special teams. So Tua got the bad taste out of his mouth. Everybody coming for Tua's dome like, oh, he threw the pick. He's always throwing a pick. He's not really always throwing a pick, is he? Because how many picks does he really have on the season? 8, I think it is now. Fact check, stack check, Kadeem. I've
got so much to try and remember. Come on, man.
Yeah, hey, look. Tua got like 8 picks this year, all right? And I think he missed 4 games, all right? Herbert got like 14 picks this year, and he played all his games, obviously.
Today was his 9th interception.
So his ninth pick was today?
Yeah.
How many Herbert got? 14? And while 12 Stacks is looking up Herbert's picks.
Herbert's got 14, yeah.
And Joe Burrow, how many he got? About 13, 14? My dog 12K doing on the ones and twos right now. LL Cool K in the building. How many picks Joe Burrow got?
2 sacks.
2 sacks. I'll keep talking until then. Dead air is not good. So
14.
14. Listen, man, stop coming for Tua Dome, bro. You're gonna throw picks. And I didn't compare Tua to Aaron Rodgers, who probably got like 2 picks or 6 picks. You know what I'm saying? I didn't compare him to who else is upper echelon right now. It don't matter. But I compared him to his peers. Herbert is his peer. Burrow is his peer. You feel me? So don't stop coming. Oh, he's always gonna throw a pick, turn the ball over. Like miss me with that rap, bro. We're straight. And it's so funny that we're here. And I'm handing the mic over to my dog. But it's so funny that we're here. Because I believe, and you know what, I'm gonna get to you now, Kadeem. But I believe when it's all said and done, Tua is gonna break Drew Brees' record for completion percentage in one season. And it's not this season, but he's gonna break it. And I think that number is like 72%. Is the record, NFL record, 72% completion percentage. Tua's going to break that record. And when it's all said and done, when Tua retires, he's going to be the most accurate quarterback there ever was to play football. And then someone will come later on, Sherrod Minnie going to come in and take it from him. You know, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Sherrod Minnie going to come in and take it from him, and we'll be happy. But he's going to end up as the most accurate quarterback there is. Stop complaining. Stop wanting this man to be Aaron Rodgers when he's Tua right now. It's his like second real season in the NFL. Vibe. He's going to throw picks, y'all. You know what I'm saying? As long as he don't throw 30, you know what I'm saying? We're straight. Jameis Winston threw 30 picks. Let this man live, bro. I'm done. I'm sorry.
No. It's so a lot to unpack there. I think I'll retweet it from the Go Time Dolphins account, but Jalen Hurts missed a wide open throw on Sunday. And if you listen to him after, he basically says, you know, I was going through my reads. My reads had me on this person, go for my progressions. I literally never saw the person wide open. And I think the ESPN broadcast, which was awful, the amount of stuff they were talking, I was like, you guys haven't watched Tua and the Dolphins. Like, at one, I think after that Tua fumble, they were like, Tua's had accuracy problems from the pocket. It's like, no, he hasn't. Like, just stop. Like, that's just not true.
They said what? He had what?
Accuracy problems from the pocket all season. I'm telling you now, this ESPN broadcast was chatting the absolute doo-doo. Like, I don't like, honestly,
I didn't hear that.
Point where I had to mute them because I don't want to hear it no more.
I didn't hear that.
They said that Michael Dieter at centre had a bunch of problems. I was like, no, he hasn't. Like, he's one of this offensive line, one of the guys with the least problems this season. Like, anyway, so Jalen Hurts was talking about he never saw the wide open player. And again, in the NFL, as a quarterback, it happens. Someone could be wide open on the right hand side of the field, but if you're going through your read, your progression from left to right, and your second read is open,
you ain't get there.
Second, and you throw it,
and then the internet gonna screenshot it and say circle this person. He didn't see this person. Like, vibe,
exactly. Man. So I think ESPN done that. ESPN basically paused it and was like, "Oh, Jalen Waddle was open underneath," and yes, he was. But if you watch it back, it looks like it's a too high safety look, and Tua tried to throw the ball down the middle where it's wide open. It kind of doesn't get it perfect, and it's an interception. But let's not pretend that, like, it was. And they also said, listen, that's my take on the interception. I'm sure Tua's going to come out and say, you know, I saw this, I went for this, you know, I'll look at it back. I could have done X, Y, and Z, but that's easy to do after the fact. That's easy to do when you're sitting at home and, you know, the broadcast has paused it for you. Tua doesn't have that luxury. And I think also you spoke about, you know, it's a fight any given Sunday, anything can happen. There was multiple times in that game where if things didn't go Miami's way, it could be a different game. So prime example, imagine on that pick six right at the beginning of the game, imagine that's a completion and Ian Book starts to feel himself just a bit, but enough to drive down the field and say, you know, and get a field goal, for instance.
I feel you.
That's different. You know, when Tua steps up in the pocket and there's a kind of a breakdown between Austin Jackson and Liam Eichenberg in terms of like their blocking and stuff like that, and as Tua goes to throws it, he, you know, coughs the ball up. If Jalen Waddle doesn't get there and recover it, and we get a field goal, imagine the Saints player got it. It's the one thing the Dolphins didn't have in that 7-game losing streak, and especially in the losses against Jacksonville and the Falcons. The ball didn't fall their way. Today, the ball fell their way. Like, again, if you look at the Bills game, I believe the second one, where the Dolphins are driving downfield before half, cough the ball up, don't get any points, the Bills go on to win that game. Jason Sanders missed field goal from 59 yards. Imagine, you know, he obviously doesn't get it. Imagine the Saints after half time, for whatever reason, score a touchdown and it's 10-10. Like, it's one of the things where, luckily enough, the Dolphins' mistakes didn't cost them. Like, again, going back to that Jason Sanders missed field goal. If the offensive play calling is like 3rd and 2, you're in field goal range, just run the ball, be conservative, and if you've got to settle for free instead. You drop back, knowing full well that your right tackle can't block to save his life. Tua gets sacked, and you've gone from probably a 49-yard field goal or less to a 59-yard field goal.
I got a question for you, Kadeem.
I'm listening.
Did you just say knowing full well your right tackle can't block? Did you say that?
I said that, yeah.
You said that.
I said that, yeah.
Kadeem Simmons just said LL Cool K. Kadeem 12 stacks. Kadeem 12K.
Yes.
12,000. You said knowing full well your right tackle can't block, right?
I said that, yes.
So if the team knows he can't block, it's the coach's fault for putting him in that position. It's not Jesse Davis' fault. Bro, remember we had this conversation? You was like, oh, it's Jesse Davis' fault. If the team knows he can't do it, why put him there?
I think
that's on the coaching, bro.
Okay. If we really want to get pedantic and break down every single thing I said, that one block he was up against Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan gonna beat most people. There's not. So you
gotta chip him. I'm surprised Duke didn't chip him.
And I think yeah. So say again, sorry.
I said I was surprised Duke Johnson didn't chip him. He was right there. I thought he just give him the chicken.
Yeah. So if anything, it's like, dude, just know. Maybe the play design he was meant to get help against Cam Jordan. I would like to think that. I think for the most part, I don't see why the Dolphins are dropping back on the weaker side of their line when, again, just run the ball And if you pick up 1 yard, you pick up 1 yard. It is what it is. Instead, they lose a bunch of yards, and now look what happens. I just think we can talk about how the refs killed the Dolphins with some of their decisions. Obviously, the holding penalty on Liam Eichenberg, which was not a holding penalty, and then you could turn around and say, well, Tua got hit low, but instead it's a hold on Liam Eichenberg, and it's like, well, that's just stupid.
So
there was the Miles Gaskin first down, which they didn't give. There was
no. He didn't get that. Miles didn't get that.
You don't think Miles got it?
Nah, he ain't got it. He ain't get it.
No, that's fair. But then it's also like there was another play where I was just like,
it's football.
Yeah,
it's
of
football.
course, yeah.
You're not gonna get every call.
And again, that's what I'm saying. Is like there were times where, again, I believe that when you're locked in and you're winning, these calls are kind of go your way to a certain extent, and the ones that don't go your way aren't really going to kill you. We saw against the Falcons and the Jets, the Raiders, where it's a blatant DPI against Matt Collins, not giving the Dolphins lose.
And Matt Collins came down with it again, got interfered with. Yeah, boy, you got Moss, boy.
Exactly, yeah. And again, they tried to call that back. It's like, guys, I don't know what you're doing. Matt Collins, like, it is what it is. Listen, the thing about to end my point, the thing about tonight's game, this morning's game for us European fans, was that the Dolphins just didn't. The Dolphins had one job, and that one job was don't kill yourself. Don't give the Saints, don't give the Saints a reason to believe in themselves, to feel themselves. As long as you don't do that, you'll win the game and you'll win it relatively comfortably. And while for the most part it was a tough game, the 23s, they won 23. They were fine.
So the record for completion percentage, best completion percentage in one season, single season record, is held by Drew Brees, and it is 74.4%. Tua had coming into this week was 69.9 coming into this week, with 3 more games left, and I'm gonna just say he's gonna break that record, bro. Early in his career too. Funny, hey, them all whites, bro. When the Dolphins wear all white, it's so good, bro. Like them all whites go so hard, bro. Shout out to the announcers on ESPN throwing that Ace Ventura reference in there. You know what I'm saying? Ray Finkel. The people want to know, Kadeem, have you seen Ace Ventura, bro? Help us out, man.
So Brian Flores said that there were distractions, things were going on, and it revealed a lot about a lot of things. He's always had belief in the team, the players, the coaches. Maybe there were some people that didn't share that same belief, but we believe in each other. And Nick Needham, Nick Needham said on his pick six, that was great. I never had a pick six ever in my life. That was my first one ever. That was real cool. First play in, just get right out. So a few quotes coming out from players and coaches after the game. Again, it's 4:45. It's 4:45 in the morning. It's late. It's early, but primetime episode for primetime podcast.
So he's not going to answer the Ace Ventura question. So we're going to keep it pushing. Listen, Gotsy is in his bag right now, bro. Like, Gotsy know what he's doing. Now, when we're talking about, go ahead.
He knows what he's doing, but I don't want to see Brissett on 3rd or 4th down no more. Like, it's done. Like,
it's been working. What you mean? It didn't work tonight because the Saints have a good defense. You can't win some, you lose some.
Listen, I also very quickly, that hit from PJ Walker and Tua, stop. Like,
bro, it's football, bro. You can't run somebody over 1 week and not expect to get it back the next week.
No, I just think, again, we kind of spoke about it as the season was going on, that everyone, you bring in Brissett and you sneak it, and then everyone's going to fall for the sneak so you can do other stuff. I feel like it's got to a point now where no one's falling for the sneak and everyone expects something else. So let's start sneaking it again. Just keep touring. Or do you know what? I like the wildcat. I think it's funny. I think the wildcat is working enough where, listen, I just don't see Brissett.
It's funny how I was the one who didn't like it at first, and now you're the one who don't like it. Now it's reversed because now I like Brissett doing the third and 1 and 4th and 1, and now you don't. Listen, Waddle coming out the backfield. Gossip, hey, listen, when we were talking about, are we going to get a different OC? And we were talking, is there another OC out there, all the good stuff. We're going to keep this OC. Gottsi's going to call the plays. Whether Studdersville is considered a dual OC or not, I don't know. But Gottsi's going to call the plays. He's gotten better throughout the season. And ultimately, you cannot, this is Charlie Touche motto, you cannot assess your OC nor your quarterback without an O-line. Tua's playing good without the best O-line in the world. And actually, it was the second the worst O-line in the league. Now it's like the fifth to worst O-line in the league. So Tua's playing well behind this O-line. And Gotsi is looking good behind this O-line. So I have to believe if you just beef up your O-line even more, everybody's going to look better. Tua will look even better, and Gotsi would look even better as well. So I'm tired of Tua having to make record-breaking passes like, we got to get this ball out in less than 2 seconds now, not 2.3 anymore. Like, nah, bro. Like, he was under duress when he threw that pick. Although it was his fault, both tackles got beat. That ball had to come out in less than 2 seconds. Not only that, you fix the O-line, you fix the running game. You fix the goal line, the short yardage, you fix all that. You know what I'm saying? So fix the O-line, man, and we'll figure the rest out, man. Like, it'll be nice to fix the O-line and get some dope receivers. You see Parker blowing assignments on a third down, 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the first half. We have 2 timeouts. We need both of these timeouts so we can shake something and get jiggy when we get down there. And Parker's lining up on the wrong side of the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we had to call timeout because it was a illegal shift. Had we snapped the ball, it would have been a penalty on us on third down. So we had to call timeout. So that's why we had to call that timeout. I ain't gonna lie, Flores, you got to tighten up, bro. You can't not have a play ready to go. And after what was it? It was either a replay or
so it was the throw to, was it Durham Smythe, and the ruling on the field was a catch. They then looked at it for ages whether it was a catch or not.
Which I thought, like, why are you looking so long? It's inconclusive. You got to look that long.
Exactly, yeah. And then it kind of got to a point where you could see Flores on the sideline kind of going, okay, well, when we get back, it's going to be a timeout. And I personally believe, and I think the commentator believed as well, he didn't know how much time was left on the play clock. So it's like, if there's only a few seconds, we're just going to call timeout, not do anything stupid. I think once he realized that there was longer, he was like, okay, no, don't call timeout. And I think the commentator was saying it's not the referee's job to tell the head coach, but at the same time, it should be clearer. So, you know, the referee should say to the head coach, okay, when we make a decision and we blow the whistle, the clock will start. It was just a mess up. The whole thing was just confusing, but I do agree. Flores needs to be tight with that, with something as simple as that, because they had so much time to review the play. You had so much time to call the correct play. So yeah.
Here's my thing. I don't think it was that. I believe like, just straight, I think it was a gaffe. Like, bro, call 2 plays. You want to figure out, hey, did it not get overturned or did it get overturned? Because if it didn't get overturned, we got to call another play. Guess what, bro? This is the timeout. And it was a long review. Call 2 plays. You need to figure out if this gets overturned, then we need to call this play and line up on the ball. And I remember Jalen Waddle had his helmet off. I'm like, hey, these boys supposed to be like in kind of like a semi-huddle, not in a huddle, but they need to be kind of in a semi-huddle so we could call this play and line up. And then when it didn't get overturned and it called stands, I'm like, they should be on the ball already. This was the timeout, and you need to have both plays called, like, just in case if we go back, this is the play. If we run it from here, this is the play. And I feel like Flores just blew it right there. He's like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna call timeout, because you can see the instant replay. Yeah, I'm gonna call timeout. And it's like, and the reason what I'm saying is, Kadeem, I think it's not about the play clock. It was about the game clock starting on the whistle. So the play clock could have been 25, but you know what I'm saying? The game clock starts right away. So he didn't want to lose any time off the game clock.
So, it's like, I said play clock. I meant to say game clock. Yeah,
I think
even when it started, there was like 39 seconds. I was like, you've got so much time. And then it started, and all of a sudden they were down to 11 seconds. And it was like, well, hold on, no, like I've got enough time to do what I've got to do. Again, it was just the whole thing was messed up.
Bro, Christian Wilkins,
my guy.
You can have him, bro. You can have him. Christian Wilkins, he's my dog, but you can have him. Christian Wilkins is the 2021 NFL Dennis Rodman of the year. That's who he is. Christian Wilkins is the NFL version of Dennis Rodman, bro. So that Liam Eichenberg, that penalty, I think it was a phantom call because it was a makeup call for the Christian Wilkins personal foul. And all Christian Wilkins did was he took Alvin Kamara's towel, and Alvin Kamara gave him a push. I don't even believe it warranted a flag, bro. Like, this is not really a flag. You know what I'm saying? And they gave us 15 yards. I'll take it. Christian Wilkins got the better of him. He does that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows who Christian Wilkins is. So I think they try to make it up with the Liam Eichenberg hold.
Yeah, like Wilkins is probably the most annoying player in the NFL. Like, if you see any of these mic'd up segments, they are hilarious. I had the joy, the benefit of interviewing him after the London game. He's just an infectious dude. He's one of them guys where he was labeled a bust at the start of the season, like, oh, Chris Graham is to get a first-round pick. To me, Wilkins is a locker room guy. He's an awesome player on the field. To me, he's someone who's a Dolphins. When it's time for him to resign, you have to resign him.
Can't resign everybody, bro. So okay. you gonna resign Christian Wilkins?
Yeah.
You gonna resign Agba?
Yeah.
You gonna sign Gesicki?
Yeah. Okay, but then like, who else? I think Wilkins is next season. So I think this offseason is just Ogba and Gesicki.
But you're gonna get two O linemen though.
Okay.
You're probably gonna pay the most for the O lineman too, the right tackle. You're gonna break the bank for him.
Okay, but then who else are we paying?
What do you mean? You have $80 million to pay.
Yeah.
So you have a right. We're not gonna get too deep into this. But you have a right tackle. You have Agba. You have Gesicki. Then you're probably gonna upgrade your receivers a little bit, not big money, but you're gonna bring somebody in. Whether you pay Fuller or whoever, you're gonna have to pay somebody. We're not gonna do economics right now. But yeah, bro, you can't pay everybody, bro. I actually think
you can.
You can't.
Okay, we don't get into it. At the same time, you're Mr. Get rid of Parker and X, which saves money. If you get a right tackle, you get rid of Jesse Davis, you get rid of Alan Hearns. Like, there's guys on this team who you can get rid of. Alan Hearns. Isn't Alan Hearns? I'm pretty sure
Alan Hearns has been out. He out of here, man. He not on no cap right now. Hey, listen, I am as much
Alan
as I'm
not the Miami Dolphin. I'm not messing around.
He's not getting paid though. He's not on the cap right now for nothing.
Okay.
Listen, I'm as much as I'm not an advocate for Xavier Howard. I am not paying Christian Wilkins over keeping Xavier Howard. I'm not getting rid of Xavier Howard to keep Christian Wilkins. That's not what time it is, bro. Like, that's not what we're doing. Like, I'm not doing that. Parker,
but you can do both. You can pay Xavier Howard and pay Christian Wilkins. Like, I don't see
you, but that's not. You said pay Xavier Howard, pay Christian Wilkins, pay Agba, pay Gesicki, pay somebody else.
I didn't. I said you can pay everyone else because like you also said get rid of Parker and X.
Yeah, but when you get rid of Parker, you got to pay Parker's replacement. Who's gonna replace Parker?
Matt Collins.
Hey, that's a perfect segue because as of right now, with Kadeem's roster, we're gonna have Xavier Howard with the bag, Agba with the bag, Gesicki with the bag, Wilkins with the bag. Everybody gets right tackle with the bag, center with the bag, and then our receivers is gonna be Mac Hollins, Preston Williams, Isaiah Ford, Tommy, what's the name? Tommy Lee Lewis, and Jalen Waddle. And Lynn Bowden Jr. The segue is Jalen Waddle is what, 5 receptions away from the rookie record?
Yep.
5 receptions away from the rookie record, and they were already coming for him talking about, oh, it's the extra game in the season. Well, guess what? For everyone coming for his head, he missed a game, and there's still 2 games left, and he's probably going to break it the next game anyway. So shout out to Jalen Waddle. I remember saying at the beginning of the year, he would have 100 receptions every single season, except this season as a rookie, and looks like he's on pace to break that, and that's what's up. Y'all seen Tommy Lee Lewis returning punts and kicks, and he got a couple touches. I wanted to see Kurt Merritt. That's not the same role. Kurt Merritt doesn't really play that role. Kurt Merritt is like a possession receiver. Tommy Lee Lewis is like the Jakeem Grant role, and you can kind of see how he took the Jakeem Grant role. He all right. Nothing to call home about or write home about or text home about in 2021, but that's the role that Lewis has. But shout out to Jalen Waddle, man. We got to tighten up with the O-line. Miami Dolphins win 20-3, defeat the New Orleans Saints. We're improved to 8-7. You fix that O-line, bro. You don't have to throw the ball less than 2 seconds. You don't start behind the sticks, bro. If I had we just not ended the game just now, and this was like a day after podcast, I could see how many times we were behind the sticks on each possession. What we had like 15 possessions, and during those 15 possessions, we were probably behind the sticks like in 8 of them. You can't do that. You can't win like that.
I think at one point there were like 5 penalties for like 65 yards, and I know for a fact that Liam Eichenberg, Austin Jackson, and Michael Dieter each had holding calls against them. It's just like, guys, when 350 of your offensive line have holding calls against them, something's gone wrong. Like it's stupid.
For sure. So we didn't get to mention how X was looking like X, but you know what I'm saying? He's not a cover corner. X is a superstar. He's gonna make superstar plays, but he's not that cover corner. Shout out to Trayvon Diggs. The new Xavier Howard Trayvon Diggs has given up the most yards in the NFL as a corner, but has the most picks. 11. That's what Xavier Howard is.
Yeah,
that's what Xavier Howard is, bro. Not as far as yardage, but that's what he's not a cover corner. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you got something, man? Because I know it's late, bro. Kadeem, you're a soldier. You're a trooper for hanging in there, bro.
Very, 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 very quickly. And this is just to further point I made earlier. In 2022, the Dolphins are paying, where's it gone? Christian Wilkins, $2.6 million. They're paying Alan Hearns in 2022, $2.5 million.
Alan Hearns is not going to get paid. He's not going to be on the team, bro.
So I'm saying, yeah. But if you're paying Christian, like the point I made was that to pay all these guys, you can't guys like Alan Hearns and you save money. And you said Alan Hearns isn't getting paid. And I was like, he's a Dolphin and he's getting paid.
He's not getting paid, bro. What is he on IR? What is what?
I think you'll see in IR.
Look, we're gonna do it like this: 8-7, Dolphins improve in pursuit of the playoffs, pursuit of happiness. We're gonna go over go time, bonus time, and me and Kadeem are gonna top it up about cap space real quick and give a lesson on economics 101. But we appreciate everybody like overseas that's just hung in there, watched the game late. Primetime episode for a primetime podcast. Y'all stay positive, test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time.
How we gonna pay everybody? Because what's gonna happen, Kadeem, is we're gonna have 80 million this year. We're gonna use most of it this year. This is gonna be the let's cash out year. This is not the hey, let's save our cap to just save it year. This is the year. It's going to be year 4 of the Greer Flores regime. They're going to cash out and they're going to go all in next year for a Super Bowl. You're going to see somebody on this team. You're going to see AB on this team. You're going to see Allen Robinson on this team, or you're going to see Odell Beckham Jr. on this team, bro. I promise you, we're going to get one of those boys. We're going to want to win. We're going to want to go all in. We just had this little playoff push. We don't even know where we ended up yet. So that being said, they're gonna spend cash. They're gonna fortify the line, the trenches. They're gonna pay Gesicki. They might not even pay Agba, but in this scenario, we'll go with it. They'll pay Agba, and then if they keep Parker, he's on the cap for $12 million next year. And then you got to pay somebody on the opposite side of Parker. You're not going to keep Matt Collins. You're not going to start Matt Collins. You're going to keep Matt Collins, but you're not going to start him. He's not going to get $8 million, $10 million. You got to put somebody on the opposite side of Parker. So you pay.
So very quickly, I'm on sporttrack.com. Dolphin 2022 salary cap. Yeah. And I'm looking at the cap hit for 2022 on certain players. Byron Jones 16 mil, Xavier Howard 16 mil, Jerome Baker 9 mil. My word, Devonte Parker 8 mil.
He's on that, but what's the cap hit though? Because they got signing bonuses and stuff.
So his cap hit for next year, I'm looking at it right now, is 8.95 mil.
Devonte Parker.
That's
wrong, bro. I promise you that's wrong. I think it's like 12 million.
I'm literally going by. I think his cap hit is 8.9. I think I think if he gets his signing bonus, his roster bonus, and a bunch of other bonuses, it goes up to 12 million. But his cap hit,
that you got to put that counts on the cap. That's the cap hit.
But then again, to go back to the point I made earlier, and I was like, if you cut certain people, you save more money
for sure.
So if you get rid of without talking bonuses at all.
All right.
Jesse Davis on the cap next year is 4.6 million. That's with no bonuses.
Out of here.
There you go. Alan Hearns with no bonuses.
Out of here.
So if you get rid of those two guys alone, that's 7 million. So that's
you're gonna need all that though. You're trying to pay 7 people, so you're gonna need more than 7 million. Matter of fact, we'll call it 5.
Yeah,
we'll call it 5. Agba, Gesicki, right tackle, center. And whoever the number 2 receiver is going to be, that's already 5.
Yeah,
that's just 5. We'll go with 5. But I'll even help you out. Eric Rowe's not going to be here next year. We're going to get rid of him.
His cap hit alone, no bonuses, is 5 mil as well.
Yeah, Eric Rowe, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to move on from Eric Rowe, and we should really have this conversation in the offseason or near the offseason. But we'll entertain it. Eric Rowe's going to move on. I think there's somebody else back there in the secondary we can move on from, save us some more bread. I can't remember right now.
You could get rid of Clayton Fejedelem, whose cap is 2.7. You probably move on from Stephen Carter, who's 2.5.
Oh, Durham Smythe. What's Durham Smythe's contract looking like? Because I'm pretty sure he's on the bubble.
I don't see him.
Oh, his contract's probably up this year. Then that's probably why.
Yeah, so he's not. So you're not counting him next year.
With all that being said, that already sounds like we don't even have enough cap for 2023. You know what I'm saying? The 2022 offseason. So you gotta believe the cap that we're gonna have, we're gonna replace Rowe's cap number with. We're gonna improve the defense. So now the extra little cap that we're talking about, even though we said 5 people in Agba and Gesicki and the number 2 receiver and who else we said?
Center and right tackle.
Center and right tackle. Thank you, sir. You're still gonna go pay for a nickel corner. Needham is cool. Coleman is cool. But if you really want to pursue something, you're not just gonna be happy with them. You want to upgrade everywhere.
Of course, yeah. And Noah hasn't worked out. So
straight up. But I'll still be fair. There's still a draft too, because I know everyone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna say, "Oh, but you can find some of that in the draft." Here's the thing about the draft: you want to have your roster set up to where the draft comes to you, where you don't have to trade up to get that right tackle and then lose a pick because you want to get this tackle, that the desired tackle in the first round, and you pick in the 20s because you made the playoffs, but this tackle is going to be in the 10s or the teens. So you don't want to depend on the draft. You want to have everything like lined up for you. But yeah, man, we'll get into the nuances of the salary cap in the offseason. I'm gonna let you know right now. I got some playoff scenarios for y'all, man. And I ain't gonna let Kadeem mute me.
given that we are currently if the season ends today with a 7th seed, I can entertain playoff talk.
Yeah, I feel like 2 weeks left. It's time.
Yeah,
it's time. We'll get there this week though, because this is just a review of the Saints game, and we have a whole week ahead of us. But now we could talk scenarios, what we need, what we don't need. There's a lot of interesting things out there. Technically, we could still win a division. Not likely. You just want to get to the dance. And if you ask me today right now, because I'm about to let Kadeem go to sleep, but if you ask me today right now, I honestly believe we get the 6th seed and not the 7th seed. And I think the Patriots get the 7th seed. The problem with that is I don't fear nobody in AFC, but I don't want to play the Bills first round.
Yeah,
I just want to get there. I just want to get. I feel you. Just get in the playoffs. But I would prefer not to play the Bills first round. And it's funny how the AFC East is going to have 3 teams represented in the playoffs. So we'll get there, man. We'll talk about all the scenarios. 12K got to go to sleep, man. Appreciate you.
You say go to sleep. It's like, so right now it is literally 9 minutes past 5. I could get this episode out straight away. And, the listeners who hear this, I could stay up and get this episode out straight away. But that would mean we go and sleep about 6:30, 7 a.m. I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to get some sleep. So what I will do. So what's the time for you now?
It's 12:08 a.m.
I'm going to sleep. No one, even our most dedicated listeners, you guys are staying up to watch Go Time Dolphins. Because your wife is saying, I am not falling asleep with those 2 black guys on my TV screen. I'm not doing it. So I'll make sure that by the time you guys wake up, the episode will be there in your inbox. But yeah, if it's midnight for the Miami listeners, if it's 10 past 5 for the UK listeners, 10 past 6 for the German listeners, there's probably people waking up right now to get ready to go to work in Europe, and we're still talking Dolphins football. Listen, for that alone, like, share, subscribe, because I don't think there's many Dolphins podcasts talking right now. Everyone's in bed sleeping, and we're still going.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I was telling you how Tua Tagovailoa is going to be the NFL's most accurate passer in history, and the single season record is 74.4% completion percentage held by Drew Brees. I just got this other stat that says Tua Tagovailoa's career completion percentage right now is 67.1%, the single highest percentage of any quarterback through his first 20 games since 1950. I'm done. Bro, y'all got to put some respect on my dog name, bro. You can't get mad because this man has 8 picks. You can't get mad, bro. 9. You can't get mad because this man has his 9 picks. Vibe. Go to sleep, 12K.